If you want cheap games and of course discounted shark cards, be sure to check out G2A with the link in the description and use code BOSS for an extra discount. Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's Grand Theft Auto 5 video, I'm going to be doing another Q&A video where I take your questions from Twitter and I answer them all in this video. Now, in today's Q&A, we've got a bunch of awesome questions regarding what's going on with Grand Theft Auto Online right now, a little bit about what I want to see going forward, and a whole lot more. It should be a good one. So once again, if you want to get involved in the next Q&A video, all you have to do is go down in the description, follow me on Twitter. It'll be one of the first few links in there, and I always announce about once a week when I do these Q&As, and I always select the best questions. I love featuring you guys. It's a great way to get you guys involved, so I always pick the best questions. Go down there, follow me on Twitter. But with all the way, let's get it started. So as I always do with the first question, I extend it to you guys, meaning I want you to reply to this question in the comments section, which comes from Monica, and she says, what things in Grand Theft Auto Online would you like to be able to customize that you can't customize already? That's a really good question. I have got 3. The first one is Pegasus Vehicles. Rockstar really trolled us hard with that photo of the Golden Insurgent. I'll do my best to put it on the screen right now. This was like a preview for, I think it was like the Free Mode Events update. And it turns out that is just one of the vehicles for Hot Topic or Moving Target or whatever the case might be. So they really put a troll job on us right there. I thought we were going to be able to customize Pegasus Vehicles. So that's one thing I would like to see, being able to, modify an Insurgent or modify a Karen Technical. So that's one thing. Number 2 is apartments, which is something that Rockstar has touched on that I believe they're going to be working on going forward. They mentioned that in an article with IGN that apartment customization is at the top of their list of things they want to get done. And I mentioned that in previous videos, saying like being able to replace the photos with your own custom Snapmatics would be a great thing to do, and just make the apartment more unique and customizable, because they all are the same in the inside, which really gives them no purpose other than to like sleep, start up a heist, or watch TV. And the third thing I'd like to see customized is my character. And I know you can customize your character to an extent, but I'm talking about like modifying facial features and, changing things here and there. Just a little bit more customization than we already have in the game. But let me know what you guys think. That was a really good question. Our next question comes from George Alatorre, and he says, how do you manage to play GTA every day? Doesn't it get boring? And that's right, I do kind of play Grand Theft Auto for a little bit each day. And I always play Grand Theft Auto Online for a purpose, or GTA 5 for a purpose. I'm either playing to have fun, or I'm playing to make a video for you guys. So like when I'm talking about some of the secret changes and features that have been added with an update, you'll notice that I don't just have like random race gameplay. I'm actually going around, either in the clothes store showing you what's changed, or, going to the gun shop and showing you what's different. I try to do the specific things with the gameplay that I'm talking about in my video, so that it makes for a better quality product or video for you guys to watch. And a bunch of times I just jump on for like 20 or 30 minutes to play a race or two, and then I move on to my next task. I don't sit there for hours and hours and hours. Yeah, that would get boring. So I think in, rationale, in good rational portions, Grand Theft Auto Online is fun. But yeah, if you certainly were to play it for multiple hours per day, I could see it getting very boring. Our next question comes from Jake the Snake 545, and he says, Ross, do you think the next GTA update will be different than normal, like just more than cars, weapons, clothing, etc.? I think the next Grand Theft Auto Online DLC is going to go back to the traditional style that we are used to, and not with like the Free Mode Events update. I do think it's going to be cars, weapons, guns, clothing, all the things we're used to. Rockstar has mentioned that they are going to be going back to that, and that we're going to have DLCs with lots more things that our character can collect, implying cars, weapons, clothing, etc. So I think the next DLC is going to be pretty normal, I guess you could say, if you could like read my air quotes there. But I'm sure Rockstar is going to spice it up with some exciting content and crazy vehicles, and obviously lots of cool weapons that I know we're all going to enjoy. Daniel says, in your opinion, do you feel the next GTA will be set in Vice City? If not, where do you believe it will be set? I'm really not too sure where the next Grand Theft Auto is going to be. Obviously, we don't have any answers regarding that. There's been nothing coming out about Grand Theft Auto 6. And that's a good segue to clear up some other rumors that you might have been seeing. I've seen a bunch of videos saying that like Agent is coming out next, or that like Rockstar's next game is coming out soon. None of that is true. I believe that's all speculation on, someone's part. But Agent is not like coming out soon. A new GTA I don't believe is coming out soon. But anyways, back to your original question. Vice City would be a great setting for the next GTA. It's one of few cities that doesn't have an HD remaster with Las Venturas and San Fierro, but I'm really not too sure. Rockstar could create a brand new city, or they could go back to a fan favorite Vice City, which would be my personal favorite, but I'm not really too sure. Vice City would be great, but I'm sure whatever Rockstar comes up with will be just fine as well. Diggy Turtle says, do you think when online becomes old, Rockstar should make everything free to buy? What would be the fate of our characters? Now, to answer your first question, I have actually proposed this in the past, that as cars, guns, weapons, clothing get older, they should get cheaper. So the adder has been in Grand Theft Auto Online for almost 2 years now. Literally in like a day or two, it's going to be 2 years, and it's still $1 million. Since that's one of the oldest cars in the game, I think that its price should be dropped, whereas a car like the Progen T20 is relatively brand new, so its price should still be relatively expensive. Kind of how like cars work in the real world. As they get older, for the most part, they get less expensive. And as far as how that would affect our characters, I'm really not too sure. GTA Online is almost 2 years old and still going strong, so I really don't think it would have any impact at all in terms of that. And finally, our last question comes from Sideman JR. He says, what do you think of a car/racing DLC adding F1 cars, racing suits, new car customization, etc.? I'm sure that many of you guys watching the video right now would think this would be super cool, and I'm with you. I've talked about F1 cars, how they seem a little outrageous, and they are a little outrageous, but would be very cool for online, although you'd kind of have to make a new, category of cars, because F1 really isn't a supercar. Racing suits would be awesome. I've stated for a long time that would be really cool, and I've talked about new car customization in previous Q&As, kind of the things I want to see, like tinted windows, colored headlights, etc. But yeah, I do think that would be an overall cool DLC. Once again, it would just be how Rockstar formulated it and put it together. They've got their own separate agenda and ideas compared to what I think. So we are really just going to have to wait for the future and what could be next. But I certainly wouldn't be complaining about a car or racing DLC. Anyways, that's all the questions that I'm going to be answering in today's Q&A video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. Once again, if you want to get involved in the next one, all you have to do is go down in the description and follow me on Twitter. Like I mentioned earlier, I announce about once a week when I do these Q&A videos, and I always pick the best questions. If you guys did enjoy the video, be sure to leave a like rating, and also subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new, or you like daily Grand Theft Auto 5 videos like this. With all the way, guys, like I said, thanks for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.